Thank you. I'm just kidding. Well, geez, almost here. Thanks for being here. All you people who did decide to come. I told one of my friends in there, either everybody hates me or they just couldn't come. My bet's on the first one. Can everyone hear me? Good?
What?
Shut up. So just before I get started, I want to clarify. I don't judge anyone for who they are and what they do. I just make jokes of who they are and what they do. There's a difference. Just so you guys don't meet me out back with a hood on and trying to attack me or something. So here's the deal. I recently went to the dentist and got these things called Invisalign in. They're basically a retainer you have to wear all day. And I went in there and, got all ready and prepared for the dentist. And my family always did this thing where before we go to the dentist, we would always floss our teeth. That way we can say we flossed our teeth. So I did that, and thanks for laughing, one person. And we always did that. We go to the dentist, okay? So after I got my teeth cleaned, she's like, yeah, and do you floss? It's like, yeah, I floss. And she's like, how often? I was not expecting her to ask that question. So, of course, I lied. God forgive me. I said, oh, yeah, once or twice a week. She was like, she said, yeah, let's try to increase that because there was bleeding in the gums and we need to usually it's because the bacteria you let get in there. I was like, no, it's not. It's because you're yanking it like a chain. Literally, if I let my head loose, my head would be going like this. No lie. That's one profession you never hear, or I would think it's weird to hear kids say. Because if you clarify what a dentist is, I'm just imagining what's that? Career day, like a kindergarten school. And people, the teachers going oh, what do you want to be, astronaut? Yeah. Fireman? Yeah. What do you want to be? Oh, you want to clean people's teeth? You want to get black stuff out of their teeth for a living? It always seemed weird for a profession for a kid to want to be that. Another one is a therapist. What kid would want to be a therapist when they grow up? Because if they want to be a therapist, if you clarified, again, fireman, astronaut, police officer. Oh, you want to help mentally insane people when you grow up? That sounds awesome. I can't wait, Jimmy. And the last one is a chiropractor. Again, if you clarify that, yeah, astronaut, whatever. You know all of it. And they go to the weird kid, probably in the back with braces or something. What do you want to be? Yeah, I want to crack people's backs for a living. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Now, I've gone to this physical therapist, they call it, and I don't know, I guess my back was out of whack or something. And oh my gosh, did I feel like I was gonna die. That is the first time the back of my heels touched the back of my head. He stretched me, I thought my arms was gonna flop out of socket or something. And I hated it. I was after I got done with it, he was like, oh, how do you feel? I was like, oh, yeah, great, dude. I feel like $1 million. As soon as I got out of the door, I collapsed on the floor. I was like, oh, my gosh, Mom, take me to the hospital. This guy did not help me. Now, that'd be a weird way to die, wouldn't it? An uncool way to die. Because, I can imagine at my funeral, oh, we're so sad. We're sending him up to heaven. Someone asked, how did he die? Oh, yeah, he went to his physical therapist, and the guy, pulled his neck out of socket or something. Yeah. Common death. And another one would be, Another one, I was watching Pirates Caribbean. Who's seen Pirates Caribbean? I know all the people in here. That is so weird. This was not prepared for that. Okay, so there's this one called At World's End, where they're in, what do you call that? Like little underwater tornado. Does anyone know what that's called?
Whirlpool?
Yeah, something like that. That's not what they call it on that, but whatever.
That's above That's the tornado.
Okay, no reason to argue over it, okay? I ain't got all day. Good gosh. No, that's not it. No, that's not it either. No, so whatever it's called, I was, like Davy Jones, spoiler alert, Davy Jones falls into it, and I was thinking, while I was watching, man, that'd be an awesome way to die. So I prayed a prayer right there. I was like, Jesus, if I die, if I go out before you come, please God, let it be like Davy Jones. I want to die in a whirlpool. Hey, thanks a lot for getting out here late. Distracting me. Good Lord. Don't blame it on your girlfriend. That's just rude. And another one, I don't remember, I think it's like Pensacola or something. And there's this giant bridge that goes across two islands. It might be Hilton Head Island. And I was thinking, I wasn't driving, but my dad was. And I was like, what if we just turned and went off the bridge? Just a, now that'd be a cool way to die too, if I died instantly. If I didn't die instantly, I would have drowned. I hate drowning. Then, speaking of a car ride, I was riding in the car. I don't remember when it was, but I was riding in a car, just looking at the sky, enjoying the views like a road trip or something. And who's anyone seen the Truman Show with Jim Carrey? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so if people who don't know, he's basically in like a reality TV show and he doesn't know. It's this giant dome. And I was looking at the sky, and all of a sudden the thought came to me, oh my gosh, what if I'm a reality TV show and I didn't know it? And I started thinking more about it. What if these aren't my real parents? I still haven't seen a birth certificate to this day. So I'm still suspicious about this. So I started thinking more about it. I was like, okay, in the movie, there's a bunch of cameras everywhere. So I started checking under my seat. One of them's like on his tie or a button, so I started checking my watch and my shirt, and I was like, okay, no, I don't see anything, but they're microscopic, so you wouldn't see them. And then I started noticing weird things about like the sky. I was like, man, the sky looks weird. It's like, man, this looks weird. I was like, man, maybe I am in a reality TV show. Maybe it's just a dome and it just doesn't look right. And another car joke is that you ever like, what was it? Right? Yeah. So I got to have notes, okay? Don't judge me. So, you ever been riding and you stop at a red light, you look over the car next to you, and they're like doing something really disturbing, like picking their nose or something. They're just like picking it, and then you're like looking, oh my gosh, what's he doing? And then they catch you. How do you act naturally? Like you're like, just looking at the view, nothing to see here except you picking your nose. And this is kind of hard to be explained, but everyone stares into space at least once, or zone out or whatever. You're staring at one spot, but your brain's somewhere else and your eyesight's all blurry and whatnot. But have you ever been? I've been doing this. I do this a lot. I've been staring into space, and when I come to, the direction I was staring to was please don't get me. Gosh. And anyways, so yeah, I was staring in. I didn't do anything wrong. I was staring into space, and as soon as I came to, the direction I was staring to was at a stranger's face. And he saw me doing it. He was probably eating like with his wife or something. He's like, oh my gosh, this guy's looking at me. Honey, what's he doing? Is he a pervert or something? What's he doing? And I was just like this. Just staring into space, minding my own business. And then when I come to, I'm like, oh, sorry. And that's pretty awkward when you do that. Obviously, no one related to that joke. I'm not going to be doing that in my next one. And like when you ask someone a question, and you're like, or they ask you a question, and you can't really hear them. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, could you say it again? I say it again, and it didn't even help. And why don't we just say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't understand you. Can you speak English? We just act stupid like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. And you totally may like squirrel it up. That may not be the right answer. I do that a lot, and it's just kind of awkward. It's also when you make a loud noise in like church, like when maybe someone's praying or everyone's just sitting still or something, and you feel a cough coming on, and you start off with a suppressed cough. You go like, and don't hold it in. It's not gonna help. I promise you guys. You just need to let it out, because if you hold it in like, and it's just loud, and like a sneeze, my mom has the loudest sneeze. And it's just, you usually can hear it. She's usually like, and she's done it in church. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know her. But then my older brother, I won't name names, but I will point fingers. That one! He was, look at him turning red. He's so sweet. He scares me with his sneezes, because it comes out of nowhere. We're like watching a movie, and I'm enjoying the movie. I'm just watching it, and all of a sudden I hear, I'm like, what? Terrorists coming to attack. What's going on? He's like, no, that was my sneeze. It's like, gosh, you need to like give me a warning next time. I literally jump in my seat every time he does that. But there's, over the years I've been in a lot of, I visit a lot of churches. I travel a lot, so I go to a lot of churches every time, or most of the time. I go in different places, and I was at this one church. Oh, great, there goes my notes. Stupid. Oh wait, that one's that I don't need that one. Never mind. Paul's game. Okay. Yeah. So some kids, I don't mind if it's like a little baby and they're like a little crying in the church, and a little wine, you give them some milk, they'll be fine. But don't nurse them right there. Don't do that. Like, have it already pre-bottled. Don't do anything else. No, so you guys should come watch the comedy show. It's really good. Yeah, they're like, no way, Jose. We're not going to see them. Thank y'all. So, where was I? I keep getting distracted. Okay, yeah. And so, but there's some toddlers that I'm like, you just need to take them out. It's just you should take them out of church, put them in a happy room or something. Just take them out. Because some kids are just like demonically screaming, like, and they're like trying to do everything. They're like, here, you want some candy? You want some candy? You want to watch SpongeBob? Like stick their face in SpongeBob and don't help. I'm gonna just take them out. You're ruining your kid's reputation. And there's also people who move around too much in church. I was at this one church, and it's just waddling all around, and I don't know. It's just kind of awkward. I think I already summed that one up. I don't know why I put that one up. Oh yeah, I was at this one church. Sorry, I'm a Christian, so I do a lot of church jokes. But everyone else here is Christians. Yay! If they were atheists, that'd be if they were atheists, that'd be a different story. They'd be like, "What is this joke? I don't get it." So, I was at this one church, and I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it? Look, that's not it. Yeah. And this nice elderly lady up in front of me, we were just, I think we were just sitting down or something. No, we were standing up, and she was sitting down because she was elderly, and we were worshiping. She takes a snot rag out and goes, and she holds it open like she's reading a notebook. I saw every bit of detail, and it wasn't just green. I was like, oh my gosh, why is this lady? All my family were like, oh my gosh, don't look. I about got sick during church. No, that ain't the Holy Ghost. That's vomit coming up. But there's people pray differently. Well, Carla, you had an extra long laugh. Yeah, good. So, be quiet. So I was I said be quiet. No, I'm talking to Luke. Nice. Nice. That was a good one. No. So, oh gosh, you guys are getting me off kilter here. What the crap? Yeah, so there's people who pray, everyone prays differently. And, I don't remember where it was, but there was this one pastor who prays. And, we're all bowing our heads, and he's like, this guy took pauses between sentences, like really long pauses. Like, get your cameras out, because this one's going to be a good one. I can feel it. And so he took, he's like, Jesus Christ. We're all like looking up. Is he done? Help us to be more like you. Oh, he's still going. Okay. Let's just keep bowing our heads. We'll wait. And sometimes we'll take like long breaths between each sentence of a prayer. He's like, help us to be more like you. And help us to follow you in everything that we do, Lord. It's like Darth Vader. He's like, and then I've seen people like whisper a prayer like at a restaurant. It kind of creeps me out because, either I'd rather have you go like full force, just saying it with, regular volume, or not, just kind of in your head. Because when you do it like a whisper, it's just kind of creepy to me. Because everyone's like, and then they start getting arguments with themselves, like I was like, I don't know if that's Jesus they're talking to. I rebuke you, Satan. But there's and then praying in a restaurant, I mean, it's always kind of, I pray, but I pray in my head. But when you like a lot of people, like I have a lot of people in my family, and we all pray at a restaurant. And I always I'm always looking at to see if the waiters come, because it's always awkward when they come. They start like walking up, I'm like, oh my gosh, and start squeezing hands, giving like Morse code or something, like, hey, this guy's coming. And sometimes they'll like respect the distance. Sometimes they're like, okay, here's your food, and don't even care. And I've never had a lot of too much things going on. And I'm the youngest. Most of you already know that. And so I get picked on a lot. Is anyone else the youngest in their family? Okay. So you'll know, if you have a lot of siblings, you get picked on a lot as a kid. You're always blamed on for everything. It's like, no, I didn't do it. He did it. The youngest did it. It's always him. But it's really just because they love you. Well, not you, Landon. Not you. They don't love you. It's just that they just want to do that to you. But, I always got picked on. A second. I'm missing one. Oh, my gosh. 1 second. What? That doesn't make sense. Might have missed one. Hold on 1 second. What is it? Thought I had one more joke. Growing up listening to See My Kids Money. Yeah? Okay. Maybe that is it. Oh, yeah. Okay. I was about to say. Good Lord. It's running a little tiny bit short. I'll just let you guys get off early. But I have a couple more. But, so... Has everyone heard the Crywolf story? Yeah? One person, yeah, me, woo! Yeah. Okay, so people who don't know what it is, basically, this kid's outside playing, and he cries wolf. His family comes out, it's false alarm, he's joking. They go back in, he does it again, false alarm, he's joking. Third time, it wasn't a joke, and the parents didn't come out. My brother, older brother, not that one, traumatized me with that story. I was 4 years old when he told me that story, because I used to be a joke. Well, I'm still a joker. But I used to be a jokester when I was young, and I used to mess around and false alarm, a bunch of stuff. And he took me into this dark room, lit one candle. He's like, hey, have you ever heard the story of Crywolf? I was like, what are you talking about? No, I haven't heard the story of Crywolf. He's like, Oh, you need to hear it because you won't be joking anymore when I tell you this. So he told me it, and you're lucky I can still make jokes because, I mean, like I said, I was 4. Gosh, I mean, I think he wanted to traumatize me, but I'm still okay. Just been on meds ever since. And, it applies to life if you think about it. Like the Queen of England, God rest her soul. I know you guys are like, what is he talking about? What's this joke getting to? I'm going to get to it, don't worry. Okay, so they always say, I've never been to England, but like movies, trust movies all the time. Don't worry about it. Everyone says, God save the Queen. And, God's all-knowing, so he's not going to go up for a false alarm. But if, humor me for a second. If he didn't know, and they said that, he'd be like, what's wrong? Is she okay? What? And I'm like, no, she's in a bathtub. She's fine. They do it again. Oh, God save the Queen. What? Is she okay? What? Do I need to save her? Where is she? Did she get kidnapped or something? No, she's fine. The third time, when I don't know how she died, but I guess probably on a deathbed, unfortunately. And, they said, oh, probably praying, oh, God save the Queen. And I could just imagine God being like, ha, not this time. I'm not following. One person laughed. I thought it was going to be a good one.
I thought you were going to go with it.
No, don't talk. Shh. So that was a really good one. Mark that one out. And so I grew up listening to Cedar Mont Kids. And now my niece does it. And there was this one song I didn't know about. And it's called the Bumblebee Song. Do you know that one? Yeah. What psychopath wrote that song? I'm like, are you psycho? This guy must be like, somebody needs to call Child Protective Services on him. I'm telling you what. So I was just walking around. I'm kind of telling the story. It's not all true, but it's mostly true. Hey, look, there's a bumblebee right there. Okay, so she was going around saying, I'm squishing up the baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? And it just goes on. It stings the little girl eventually. I'm like, what? This doesn't make any sense. And I went to her parents. Not true, but I'm just going to tell a story. I went to her parents. I was like, guys, I think y'all need to do something about your daughter. I mean, she's singing psychopathic songs. And they're like, oh no, Cedar Mont Kids. I was like, what? It's like, I don't remember hearing that song growing up because I probably wouldn't be like I am now. I'd probably be traumatized. I probably wouldn't be able to go outside because of bees everywhere. And last but not least, spanking. Who got spanked when they were a kid? Oh yeah, everyone. We're Christian. We get spanked. So, obviously I got spanked, but not a lot because my family would always be like, or my siblings would be like, oh, you didn't get spanked at all. You're so lucky. I was like, wait, I know. I got spanked twice. It's just because I'm a good kid, The youngest is always the better. But some people won't spank their kids. I think you need to. Sometimes it don't work. Sometimes you pop them. Like my older brother would laugh when he got spanked. I didn't know this, but my mom told me, she's like, every time I spank him, psh, that didn't hurt. I was like, and some kids, it don't work on, but some kids really need to be spanked. So I'm extremely spanked. Is that really all the jokes I have? Yeah, that's all the jokes I have. Let me think of one more. One more to tell you. Oh yeah, here's one. I got one. Everyone close your eyes. I got a surprise for you guys. I gotta go get it. Close your eyes. Okay, close your eyes. Is everyone closing their eyes? I will seriously come and spank the person that's not closing their eyes. Okay, keep closing. Close your eyes. Yeah, that was the end. You guys can come in now.